Let's see if I change the color up a little bit. We had a kind of cold the last few days before this warm up, so I'm gonna try to go with a natural color. I've tried red, I've tried black and red. I didn't get a hit. The only hit I got was off of this thing right here, and I rarely use this, but today it did pretty good. You can see it comes apart like a crayfish. So maybe they like the action. I'm not sure. Tried this fluke that was a watermelon fluke with black flake, and I mixed it with some Gary Yakamoto 5-inch red worm with red flake, and turned it a nice color. Makes it look like makes it look like the fluke is in distress and bleeding. Might attract the bass and make them want to hit. So we're gonna see what happens with this brown one. You know, not really expecting too much today. A little windy, but I've had luck in the wind before. But we'll see what happens. Been out here for about an hour. Caught maybe one fish, you know, which is cool. But I've been fishing since the December. Never really stopped. We had a mild winter, so uh, since December, I caught so far to date 72. That's 72, approximately 65 bass, and the rest of them maybe some shad, catfish. Nothing really to write home about, but a fish is a fish, and I love the fish, so very slow. I mean, I can see the bass on the edges, but I know this is spawning season, and I know that some parts during the spawning season, about I'll say 3 4 weeks before spawning kind of starts, or 6 weeks before spawning really starts, they they're very aggressive on the edges. And if you look when you're fishing for bass during this time of year, between April and June, you'll notice little little beds on the pond or lake's edge or whatever. Those are spawning beds for bass. So it'd be good to use something like well, actually anything, but during that time they're very aggressive and protective of the spawning beds. So you want to use something that kind of comes through. You want something similar to a spinner, a buzz bait, um, chatterbait. If you like using chatterbait, you can use chatterbait. Me personally, I'm a buzzbait fan, huge buzzbait fan, and wish that I could use buzzbait all year long, but you can't. I like the hula popper, torpedoes, lures that make the fish come up to the surface and attack the lure. And the visual for me is awesome, and the hit is very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So it adds a lot of, like, let's say, how can I say, color to your fish. And as you can see, I used one earlier. And I ain't getting any hits off of it, but it's a frog colored uh, uh, buzz bait with also a green spotted frog colored uh, uh, buzz blade. So we're gonna see what that's gonna do a little later. It's only 2 o'clock. Well, not even quite 2 o'clock. 1:55, and been out here for a couple hours. Caught one, but that's what fishing is all about. You're not out here to, or it depends on what you're out here for. If you're out here to eat, then not catching nothing is a bad thing. But if you're out here and you just want to relax and whatnot, don't always expect to catch something all the time. But I mean, I'm a professional, so I expect to catch something every single time I cast out. But I mean, hey. But like I said, I don't really keep them. I throw all my fish back. I mean, if someone makes a request and I'm catching them that day, and someone wants a bass or something like that, and we're in season after June 15th, then sure, I'll go ahead and bring it back as long as it's going to be eaten. But if I catch fish that I'm going to keep, it's going to be croaker or crappie. So I'm going to go ahead and get to fishing right now. I'm going to sign off, and I'll talk with you guys later. All right.